I was up late one night, sitting in our living room reading as I usually did, when I hear the cattle start moving around frantically outside. I lived in a cabin out in Canada with my wife and 2 kids for almost 10 years. It was the life we all enjoyed, living out in the peaceful and quiet forest. The location of our cabin was very isolated, with no roads even leading to it. However, there were several other families that lived out in cabins a few miles around us. Over time, thin and faint paths formed between our cabins as we would often trade and join each other for dinner. We had a small farm for vegetables, as well as a variety of livestock. Overall, our lives were good and quiet for years, but things took a very sudden turn. I was up late one night, sitting in our living room reading as I usually did, when I hear the cattle start moving around frantically outside. This was really unusual this late at night, so I went over to the window facing our backyard and moved the curtains aside. All of the cattle were on the far left side of the field, moving quickly as if they were running away from something. I shifted my gaze over to the right side, and I couldn't see much through the darkness, but after my eyes adjusted, I was able to make out a very large deer standing partially behind a tree facing the house. It was very still, not moving at all, just looking in my direction. I couldn't tell if it was looking at me directly, but it gave me a very uneasy feeling. I didn't understand why the cattle would run from a deer, but seeing as it was nothing dangerous, I closed the curtain and went back to reading.